If you try to buy and sell a home at the same time without a system, you're not making a real estate move. You're gambling because one wrong assumption about timing, financing, or logistics can force you to sell too cheap, overpay on the buy, or lose control of both. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the move-up blueprint, the exact framework we use with Toronto families who need to buy and sell at the same time without carrying two homes blindly. And stay till the end because I'm going to give you a checklist you can screenshot. It's the same sequence you use to prevent the 3 failures that destroy move-up plans: bad order, bad timing, and bad assumptions. Most people think buying and selling at the same time is about finding the right house. It's not. It's about sequence. In Toronto, the families who get hurt aren't reckless. They're unprepared. They list too early. They assume financing will work itself out. They underestimate logistics. And once one piece slips, everything downstream gets rushed. The move-up blueprint exists to make this boring because boring is safe. Here's the first rule from the blueprint, and it instantly prevents the biggest mistake. If there are no homes you would realistically buy in your target area right now, you do not sell. Selling without verified buying options is how families end up panicking. So the blueprint never starts with a sign on the lawn. It starts with proof. The move-up blueprint is built on 5 pillars, and every successful buy and sell move follows them in order. Pillar 1, buy box clarity. Pillar 2, market proof. Pillar 3, financing reality. Pillar 4, timeline control. Pillar 5, exit protection. If you skip one, the move becomes fragile. So let's walk through them. Pillar 1, buy box clarity. This is where most people lie to themselves. Your buy box is not your dream house. It's the house you will actually buy under pressure. That means deciding in advance which Toronto neighborhoods are realistic, what home type you're moving into, what must exist. We're talking about bedrooms, school zone, layout, and what can you compromise. Your true monthly payment comfort, not theoretical max. Those are 2 separate things. This matters because once your home sells, your leverage shifts. You don't want to be debating basics while the clock is running. The blueprint forces decisions early, so execution is calm later. Pillar 2, market proof. Next, we prove the market can actually support your move, not emotionally, logistically. You track how many homes match your buy box each week, how long they stay on the market, where price reductions are happening. This tells you whether you're negotiating or chasing. And in the move-up blueprint, we never list without market proof because hope is not a strategy. And the next is where a lot of move-up plans break. Here's pillar 3, financing reality. This is the most dangerous pillar to ignore. Most buyers say, we're pre-approved, but the blueprint treats that as meaningless unless it's verified. These are the exact questions that must be answered early. Can we qualify if our sale closes late? Can we buy before we sell? Can we qualify for bridge financing? What payments keeps our life comfortable? What documents are required and when? This is non-negotiable. The blueprint rule is simple. If you can't explain your financing path clearly, you don't move yet. Pillar 4, order of operation. In Toronto, there are only 3 realistic move-up paths. Path A, sell first, then buy. This is strongest financially, but weakest emotionally. It works best when inventory is proven. Path B, buy first, then sell. This is emotionally comfortable, but it's financially risky. This is only viable if you can carry 2 homes, or you have such a desirable home that it's a guaranteed sell, or you have lots of extra money sitting on the side to help you carry both. Path C, the parallel move. This is conditional buy tied to a sale. It's not too common for these. So this is making an offer on a house based on the sale of your house. So you have a condition based on the sale of your house. This is not very common in Toronto, and it makes the offer weak and must be engineered carefully because it doesn't work on all houses, and you have to structure the offer so the seller accepts it. The blueprint doesn't tell you which path to choose. It tells you how to survive the one you're on. So pillar 5, this is logistics. This is the pillar nobody respects until it hurts. Closing dates aren't paperwork. They decide where your furniture goes and where you sleep. You have 3 logistic plans. Logistic plan number 1 is the same day swap. You sell in the morning or early afternoon, and you buy in the afternoon, meaning you close in the afternoon. So your place, your current home, closes in the morning, but most lawyers can't do that. They do it in the early afternoon. And then your purchase happens in the afternoon when the money moves over. This requires early movers, like zero delays. If there's any delay in money, you're in trouble. Acceptance that stress is guaranteed because it's so tight, it's very stressful. This plan works, but it's fragile. Logistic plan 2, the buffer day. This means you sell, then you close a day or a few days later. This means storage, temporary housing. Movers have to hold your stuff overnight in either another storage place or in their truck, and it costs more, but it dramatically reduces risk. Logistic plan 3, bridge financing, only if you qualify. This is the cleanest option if you qualify. You buy first, you close on the purchase first, then you close on your sale of your house either the next day or a few days later. This allows you to move in gradually. You can paint, update the flooring, all the stuff that's very annoying when you have furniture in the home. And this avoids same-day chaos. But our blueprint is very clear on this. Bridge financing is a privilege, not an assumption. If your lender hasn't approved it in writing, it doesn't exist. So you have to make sure it works. It might or might not be cheaper than doing the storage thing where you put everything into storage for a day. Okay, let's talk about Path C, how conditional buying actually works. In Toronto, a conditional purchase tied to the sale of your property usually means 45 days, 60 days if you're lucky. That condition essentially is insurance for yourself. And insurance, like everything else out there, costs money. And you just have to pay through a stronger price. And even flexible closing after this is all said and done. And very clean conditional language. This is how you sell Path C to a seller. Number 1, you have the proof of readiness. You can show a few things, that you have a pricing strategy already, a staging plan, marketing plan is all set. Essentially, you just have to pull the trigger, and how long it takes to hit the market. So if all those things are shown to a seller, and they're confident and they feel safe, then there's a higher chance that they're going to accept that condition. Because remember, this is going to tie that property up for like about a month and a half to 2 months. Number 2, you have a willingness to pay for protection. If you want 45 days of safety, you have to pay for it. That's not weakness, it's professionalism. And 3, you have to have clean communication. Others fear uncertainty more than conditions. So with our blueprint, which we've done this many, many times, it reduces uncertainty. So next, let's talk about the move-up calendar. This is where everything comes together. So this is what you have to do. Phase 1, usually 60 to 90 days out before you start looking seriously, you finalize your buy box. We prove inventory by doing market education. You go check out neighborhoods. You have lender clarity and bridge eligibility. Make sure your documents are prepped. In phase 2, usually about 30 days out from prepping home, you have to choose your logistic plan. One of the plans I mentioned earlier. Get quotes from movers. Make sure you have storage planning. Phase 3, this is a listing. So you have a list with a target closing window. Shop aggressively, act decisively. Phase 4, sale is accepted. So you negotiate closing intentionally and avoid impossible dates. That's subjective, whatever that means to you. So you have to really analyze the date so that it doesn't interfere with anything else. But this shift you into a stronger buying position now that you have a sale on your property. Phase 5, here's the fun part, it's the purchase. You structured terms to reduce seller's risk. So if you're doing the purchase after the sale, this is how this is. I'm just giving you one version. So this is where you sell first. So this phase could be different depending on which path you choose. Let's say you were to buy first. You have to structure terms to reduce the risk of the seller on the purchase agreement for the purchase. So here's my blueprint checklist. Take screenshots of this. First of all, you have to have your buy box defined. Inventory is verified. So you actually took a look at properties, making sure that they satisfy what you need for the move up. Financing path confirmed. Make sure you could qualify for a bridge loan. Have your documents ready. Your logistic plan is chosen. Either choose buffer or bridge. Make sure you have a backup plan. That's the other thing. You plan as much as you want. This is all theory until you finally hit the market, either selling or purchasing. So buying and selling at the same time isn't about courage. It's about control. The move-up blueprint doesn't eliminate stress, but it eliminates chaos. If this helped, subscribe to this channel, and I break down Toronto move-up strategies like this every week. I look at the market and give you insight about what's going on. And remember this, don't start with a sign, start with a blueprint.